All right, Shalom, or Salakia, Shabbat Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week in and week out, prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as America, in this Bible, right, soon to be destroyed seconds from now, which is how close we are. Wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Speckled Bird. Get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, get back in order, right? But first and foremost, and as always, all praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. No honors to the apostles and bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them and taught us his truth. And Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word, the truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so man, today's that day where anything could happen. I'm praying for an EMP personally, so we could get this chaos started, you know, in earnest, right? We're hastening the day. What manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right? But what do we know? We got to be patient. As we're looking for and hasting, Matthew 24. And 36. Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. All right? So, that's written in red. That's Yahweh Shai speaking, letting you know that he is not his Father. Breaking that Christianity bullshit doctrine of the Trinity. How stupid you gotta be to believe some bullshit. If people still do, they'll fight you for it. And that's beautiful because these people are under strong delusion, right? And it is what it is at this point, all right? I was watching a video from a year ago, IUIC, Deacon Asaph, breaking down the scriptures, you know. He's doing good, and there's some Edomites raging in front of him, right? But then you got all of that, you got the pretty garments and the phylacteries and all of that. But all it takes is a little leaven, right? And what is that little leaven? All right. Well, for MOTB, it's not Christianity. All right? So immediately that puts you in danger. Because that's a big one. That's not a little leaven. That's a big prophecy. And you're leading people astray. So all of those people, you got all of them ranks, you got all of them numbers, and them people are all being led astray. Okay? Now we know, all right, the spiritual men of the Lord, we know that most likely the election is in there somewhere. The elect is in there. The elect is in all these camps. All right? But the whole camp, no. Right? Hell, just look at the leader. But the point is, I made a video yesterday, and to date, it's the most clear indication or clear news update that the MOT to the B is the C hip. Okay? Because I was sitting there with my woman when we were breaking it down. I was breaking it down. You got the Baphomet, you got the Satan cube, right? You got in the video itself where this Edomite who's trying to explain the mark. He keeps saying mark. He mentions the mark. He explains away the mark, and behind him on the mantle is a C hip, a huge one, right here. Over here is a Baphomet C hip, and the men of the Lord, we see these things. We have eyes to see and ears to hear. So we see right through this devil, but the level of witchcraft was amazing, right? And it's working. Okay, and how do we know? Because we got people like the IUIC and the ISUPK, right? Making really bad mistakes. Starting with, you could take the Jamba Juice. You could receive the Jamba Juice. Oh, well, no, you can't. Well, which one is it? Just that right there is what they call sus. Okay. In the video that I made yesterday, it was about luciferase. All right. Now that right there, if you can't hear that and understand that there's danger lurking, this dude's trying to explain it away. But the luciferase part goes into the Jamba Juice. And they were beyond that in the video. They're beyond the Jamba Juice. They were into the physical implantation. They went into under the skin, implantable. This was the language. All right, the language was amazing. So really, that video is the next level, right? It's the next level of how close we are to the hour of temptation. Okay? Letting you know that there's levels to this thing, there are phases, and we just went up a phase yesterday. All right? And I'm going to sit back and see how long until it takes for, for everybody, I'll just say that, to acknowledge that, because I did my part at getting it out there, which I normally do, but I've come to understand, it goes back to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Do the work, stay in order, put ye the kingdom first, fear the Most High. Fear the Most High is at the top of the list. Fear the Most High, keep His commandments, do the work, stay in order, all right? Why? Because we're so goddamn close, all right? Today is that day. Today is EMP day, whether it happens or not, okay? And I made a video a week ago. I know I'm talking, but that's the spirit. I made a video a week ago. Today is the 24th. The video that I made says the event on the 24th may be canceled. Okay? Meaning whatever they had planned for this day, it got out. The word got out. Okay? Because it wasn't just some, whoever this guy was, this world leader at this conference who broke down to 24. It wasn't just that. It was the fact that they were hiring crisis actors in these different towns for emergency preparedness and this day, and they're handing out so-called bug out. Suddenly, the term bug out bag and prepper is trending. Okay, here it is. We've been putting away food at different times, going back for 15 years. We'll put a little food away, right? Well, how many times have we done that, you know? And now everybody's doing it. Everybody, oh, well, now we're looking at a famine. Okay, well, going back 10 years ago, let's say 10, okay, we was looking crazy talking about putting away food, not knowing. Let me read this again. Well, you ain't reading those scriptures. Well, listen close. I read this. I'm going to read it again. Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. That could have happened 10 years ago. Looking at the prophecies, you know, they weren't jumping off them. But nobody knows. So what do? You prepare. Okay? Spiritually prepare. We didn't know 10 years ago that after CV, after COVID, shit was going to be moving quick. Hell, we didn't know that it was going to be COVID that was going to signal the bum rush to get this thing done. All right? But we clearly see now, okay? You see two things. You either see men hastening the day, or you see people that are completely oblivious to we're this close. Okay? And how do we know? See, and here's why. Because some people don't deal with prophecy. IUIC don't deal with prophecy. All these other camps, they don't deal with these prophecies. How do you tell time? With the prophecies. So they're out of time. They're out of sync. They're out of touch. They're worried about how do I move up in rank and get my next garment or a medal because I'm in this fucking army. Right? And it is, whoo, I'm looking at that thing like, wow. I can imagine the wickedness going on in what they call the ranks. I can imagine it. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, something like that, right? I can imagine the wickedness going on. All right? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you give a man some power in a situation like it's no different than being in the service. It was about rank, it was about file, it was about order, and these fucking hillbilly hicks come in as an E1 at the bottom. They stayed in that thing for 30 years. Now you are somebody with some rank, but you're still that fucking stupid snot-nosed kid who hates everybody because you got picked on. You're still a fucking bitch with a couple of stripes on your arm. You can't wait to take out that anger and animosity on the people that are somehow below you, right? In other words, you have exalted yourself beyond measure, and you're full of wickedness and anger and venom, and you're spreading that through the ranks. I guarantee that that's what's going on. Sometimes it gets out. They got strict, what do you call it? A clause, confidentiality clauses. Or you can't say anything outside of this group, right? Hey, we're so close to the end that judgment is here. Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. What does that mean? Well, look around. What the hell was going on? It's going to tell you what was going on. But are these things going on right now? This is a prophecy. The prophecy of as in the days of the flood, right? Where does the prophecy lie? Well, the day of the Lord. What happened during the time of Noah? The Most High destroyed the world as we knew it, as they knew it then. And yes, we were back there as the sons of God. Okay, so what is this? This is history repeating itself. And that's what it's saying. These same things are going to be going on. Do we see that? Well, we see it in great succession. Hey, the days are evil right now. The wickedness is at a fucking fever pitch out here. All right, and the spirit of lawlessness, right? You got the alphabet crew talking about they running shit. You know it's that time. It's time. Don't be no rapper. Okay? It's open season on rappers. Motherfuckers are collecting that insurance pay. The jig is up. The daughters of music have been completely brought low. All right? Matthew 24:38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Well, here we are. Not only that, all right, it's not only wickedness has reached a fever pitch. You could stick your head in the sand and you're still going to hear about what is Vladimir Putin doing. Okay, so if you're watching the war every day, like some of us, see, there's a prepper movement out there. People storing food and ready to bug out and got bug out bags and all of that. It's like the angry prepper, the city prepper, the apartment prepper, and all these different preppers. Paul and Adrian's off-grid, whatever. It's all prepping, okay? They're watching. Okay? And a lot of these so-called Christians, they're actually watching. They don't know what they're watching, but they're watching things like the war in Eastern Europe, which is actually been called many times World War III. But people waging the war say, hey, we in World War III now. We have reached the phase. Okay? If you know what to look for, okay? If you know what the prophecies are, if you know what to look for, then you can see how close we are. How is the world going to be destroyed? And I say this all the time. But, hey, repetition, this Bible is about repetition. What is the end of Esau's world? The missiles. Every day, okay, starting 2 months ago, and with a slow crescendo up to today, in the last 3 weeks, 4, a month, every day, Vlad is saying this. I am not. Here's the new line. I am not bluffing. Okay. Now, years ago, they didn't talk like that about nukes. Hey, nigga, I got them nukes. I am not bluffing. Fuck with me. If you invade any of the land I took legally, right, that I annexed, right? Here's what's this is the talk at the highest levels right now. If you're into geopolitics at all, what's going on? Well, everything's fucked up because of the war. Because Vladimir invaded Ukraine in February. Now, the oil is fucked up, the food is fucked up, the energy's fucked up, and everything is fucked up. This market, stock market's fucked up. The money's fucked up. Everything is fucked up. Why? Because of the war. This is what they're saying. All right? And motherfuckers are wicked as they could possibly be at this particular time. And the Most High is fomenting, the goings on the earth right now. The whole spirit that's on the earth right now is one of straight extreme wickedness. And it's beautiful. And everybody knows it. Everybody does. You can act like it's all good. Oh, no, business as usual. Nigga, you know. Okay? That inflation is whooping a motherfucker's ass. And, I mean, it's not going to get better. It's going to continue. It's not going to stabilize. All right? It's not, oh, well, this is the new norm. No, it's going to continue to go up and up and up until it's over. Oh, well, buy stock when there's blood in the street. No. Not this time. Okay. See, if you don't understand that this is it, in the immortal words of MJ, Michael Jackson, nigga, this is it. All right? The great destruction, the day of the Lord. This is what we're talking about. But jump down to 24. 42, Salakia. Matthew 24 and 42. Watch, therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. Watch, therefore. How do you watch? Look at your Apple Watch. Is that how you watch? No. Do you watch CNN? Nigga, I watch CNN every day. Is that how you watch, therefore? Is that what it means to watch, therefore? No, it means to watch these signs. What are the signs? These prophecies. Wars and rumors of war, earthquake. We got all of that. We got that shit in a... Well, we always had. You got a fucking dumbass. Oh, that's always doing it. Yeah. And always, your ass is about to fucking get burned up. Any nigga walking around saying, oh, well, we always had that. When that nigga, when his fear comes, that's going to be a beautiful day. Okay? And niggas are scared right now. Right? And haven't fathomed, we haven't even touched fear yet. The Most High is going to fucking destroy everything. And everybody is going to understand fear here in a minute. Everybody, you're going to know the Most High, he's going to show himself in a way that you wish you'd, and especially mockers and scoffers. It's going to hit you in a completely different way than somebody who knows and is already scared. That shit is going to fucking, that's what it's saying. It's going to take you by surprise. No man knoweth the hour. That means it's going to fuck you up so bad because you don't think it's going to happen. And when it does, you're going to be a scoffer. Oh, I don't believe in God. Duh. The world is going to go on forever. It's going to fuck you up. What is about to happen is going to fuck you up so bad. More so than the next person or somebody who understands what's going on. That's what it means by knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. Wisdom and knowledge. Salaki. I'm paraphrasing. But to be ready for what is about to happen, right? Number one is to know what's going to happen. Number two is to understand that you might not make it. You might be, hey, well, there's nothing I can do about it. And, I mean, you do everything that you can. That's why we're out here. We're like, oh, shit, I'm trying to be protected. Like the dream that the brother had, and he was breaking it down. Beautiful dream, right? Beautifully narrated or reiterated. He was very thorough and a faith booster, all of that good stuff, right? But I mean, knowing that's what it's going to take to make it. That's an odyssey in and of itself, right? And ain't no prepper ready for that. Okay? Because a prepper thinks that somehow it's all going to go away. I'm going to prep my way through World War III, and then after that, then we'll start over and we'll rebuild it. No, it doesn't work like that. When this shit comes and when it hits, that's it. This nigga, in the prophetic words of MJ, Michael Jackson, nigga, this is fucking it. Ain't no after that. The only after that is the kingdom, and whoo, hey, the kingdom is, and this is what a nigga, and I mean, when I say a nigga, this devil done convinced himself that somehow the kingdom of heaven is clouds and pillows and everything is good, and there's nothing bad. There's certainly no slavery or no get back or no payback and all of that. Everybody loves each other, and it's paradise, and suddenly the Most High has no wrath. He that never changes is going to go from being equally balanced to somehow everything is just all lovely and wonderful, and I don't have to worry about anything. No. That is not what the king, you speak of the king, it's not going to be in heaven. That's not going to be in. Not knowing, motherfucker, you better enjoy your heaven because you got this much heaven left before your ass is getting beat down every fucking day. It's going to be heaven for us. It's going to be heaven for us. The ones that we're out here, we in hell right now, it's going to be heaven for us. It's going to be the first was last and now the last is first. That heaven. See, ain't going to be heaven for everybody. When the kingdom of heaven comes in, it's not for everybody. You'll be there, but you're going to be in hell. In the midst of heaven, your ass is going to be in hell. That's the way it is now. You're in heaven. You know it. You know you're walking around this motherfucker with privilege. You know it. And then you go into that motherfucking, that little theatrical act. What? What? I love every, nigga, you know what the fuck is going on out here. That some people are not being treated equally, all right, brother. And that this shit is fucked up for us, right? And you're kicking it when you're acting like everything is equal. Nigga, you know this shit ain't equal. So how then, when it's time for our heaven, then everything is cool? No. Nope. Balance is what's cool. So you will be paying for what you and your ancestors did. That's heaven. To some, not to all. It ain't gonna be heaven. See, you're gonna be forced to acknowledge what the fuck you did or what made it heaven for you in the first place. The reason you're kicking it is because of the extreme amount of wickedness that your forefathers had to do in order for you to be living like this. Genocide, and not just killing people, it was how you went about doing or subduing the earth. Now, there's a way to do it. Everything that you did, there's a right way to do it. And then there's a wrong way. And that's your middle name. Your middle name is Wrong Way. Esau, Wrong Way, Edomite. Okay? The vessels of wrath. It is what it is. And you, motherfucker, you gotta pay. I'm looking for something. So look. Bear with me. Ephesians 5 and 16. This just popped in my head. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, 16. I'm going to start at 14. Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. All right, that's now. Okay, it's high time to wake your ass up, and it's your time is almost up. Right, you're almost fucking out of time. The grace period is about to end, and them angels are about to let go of the four corners of that fucking destruction. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. What is the will of the Lord? Let's get that real quick. All right. Get that again. All right, Ephesians 5, Salaki about that. Ephesians 5 and 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Okay. This is Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he sware to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear. All right? That's the will of the Most High, is to deliver us out of the hand of our enemy, so that this time we can get it right. At this point, at the point we're at now, what is about to happen? Well, we're about to be delivered out of the hand of our enemies. It's going to take war. The Most High, see, right before that deliverance, there's got to be a war. What happened to Pharaoh? This is why World War III is so important. Okay? Hey, shit was fucked up for us for years and years and years. But everybody else gets a pass? No. You got to understand that Esau could have his little whatever, his little demonic power, whatever, that was given to him by the Most High. But this nigga speaks of order out of chaos. Well, where'd you get that? The Most High is going to bring order out of this motherfucker right here is completely chaotic, and the Most High is going to bring the chaos to a fever pitch. And this prideful, proud boy devil thinks that he's the one that's bringing the chaos. You think that it was somehow your plan. Nigga, you are doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Nothing more, nothing less. So what you think you thought up, oh, Phoenix is going to rise from the ashes. No, it's not. It is, but you ain't the Phoenix. Okay? It's going to go very, very, very bad for you. That whole payback, the concept of payback, you could see it. I was watching that video today with IUIC. The concept of payback, when it dawns on this devil, oh, I gotta pay for that shit. What? I can't wiggle my way out of there. You just getting pinned down on every side. Well, my old witchcraft, it ain't working. The John 3:16 and every scripture that I thought I knew, which I clearly don't. I can't wiggle out of my shit no more. Hey, your witchcraft is at an end. That's all you ever had. All you ever had was lies. Your power, nigga, is about being deceitful, right? Trickery, witchery. And you have been revealed. We have found you, devil. You have been found out. Found out about you. You found out. So that shit don't work no more. You could try all you want, and you're going to. See, eventually you're gonna pull out that motherfucking sword and say, ah! You're gonna cry bitterly. We know. All right? You ain't that strong. Somebody's stronger than you. You had your time, now it's time to pay. The big payback. Okay? And we're in that time. Guess what, nigga? You living in the time of your payback. Playtime is over. And be not drunk with wine. This is Ephesians 5:18. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. How do you do that? You sing this new song. This new song is beautiful. I remember when I heard it for the first time, I'm like, there it is. There it is. I waited 44 years to hear this song come out of this Bible. I'm like, all right, now when does the chaos start, right? So, and then you learn after years that you want it to come, that don't mean it's coming. Then you learn how to see it. You learn how to see it approaching and like, oh, okay, here's this, here's that. Hasten the day, you know. Wake them up, you know. Oh, I can't wake them up. But the elect are going to get it. You learn everything. All right. And here we are. We're okay. What is this devil doing? Hey, Satan is against Satan. Vlad is an Edomite. Sorry. And his fellow Edomites are coming against him. They will not leave his ass alone. This is what we can count on. Okay, and it's the Most High. Vlad turned. He flipped. When you flip on the mob, nigga, the mob got to come and get you. This is why they won't leave. Vlad flipped on the mob. The mob is called the NWO. This nigga was a card-carrying member of the NWO, and then he flipped. How did he flip? The Most High flipped his ass. Put it in his ear. He said, Vlad, really, they think that you're a clown, and they will put you down when you're not looking. Vlad said, really? Well, fuck them then. I got more nukes than everybody, nigga. So Vlad is like this. I'll show you. Oh, you're lining me. You're lining me up right now. You niggas are lining me up. I see you. Going back to what's that little comedian's name? The tiny leprechaun. Cat Williams. Cat Williams. I go into the director's office and he puts a line. Yeah. Said, nigga, I see you. Right? Well, Vlad is watching the director of the NWO line his ass up and is about to put him down. Like, you niggas are on my fucking doorstep, going back to the fucking missile crisis, right? The, let's call it this, the Cuban, what happened in the Cuban Missile Crisis? Well, supposedly, Khrushchev or whoever it was had some missiles right there in Cuba. It was like, nigga, we can get you now. Well, what are you doing right here, nigga? You're on my baseline. You're at the pad. You're knocking on my door. You're at the pad, nigga. You can't do that, right? So there was this turmoil or whatever went down. That's exactly what's going on here. But the NWO is like, nigga, we got to get rid of you. You flipped. Somebody flipped you. The Most High flipped him. Right? And now they're on him. They're like, if you don't get the fuck off of my doorstep, what am I supposed to do? Right? Going back, all of this is to say how close we are to the end. See, because Vlad is going to do it. Vlad is going to do exactly what the Most High is making him do in the scriptures. Letting you know how close we are. This is how you watch. How do you watch? Well, Vlad is a main player in this. Oh, Vlad is tripping. So when he went in, right? When this nigga went in February, I was like, yeah, here we go. Oh, Vlad. This is going to start that whole exchange. So now, if you can't see it, it's not getting better. It's not turning around. Ain't going to be no ceasefire. Okay? Where are we at now? Vlad said this last week, a couple of days ago. Look, nigga, all the land that I took, if you fuck with me in any of that land that is now Russia, we go to nukes. That's how close we are. What's Esau's in? Nukes. Vlad is saying, if you step into any land that I already took, now we're not going to ICBMs. There's levels of nukes. Okay? Micro nukes. Well, let's start all the way at the bottom. Suitcase nukes. Right? You got a suitcase nuke. You got a micro nuke. You got a tactical nuke. You got short range nukes. Then you got long range, which is an ICB, intercontinental ballistic missile. Okay? So here's where we are. Sometime between now and, let's say, December 31st. Okay? These motherfuckers are not gonna leave Vlad alone. Vlad flipped on the mob, and the mob has to come and get him. So they're going to do exactly what he threatened. They're going to say, oh, nigga, you going to use them nukes? You going to use them? We'll use them then. We'll use them then. We can go right up in your face and make you use them, mother. And here we go. Here we go. See, you got to understand this motherfucking devil loves death. Okay? That's all he's on autopilot. This is how the Most High created him. This motherfucking demon. Right? That's why you gotta be real careful dealing with the motherfucking devil, because when all else fails, he pulls out that motherfucking, and in this case, that weapon, all right, Cain. Cain means basically a sword. Okay? Nigga, I'll beat you to death with this cane. Okay? So now that cane is the highest level of nuclear technology. That is the cane. So where is it going? We're looking at the end of this motherfucking devil. Now, you do got to get in that goddamn cotton field, though. Before you're gone completely, you got to catch that straight up hell. And you ain't even thinking about that. You're thinking about, we can survive this world war. We can survive nuclear war and rebuild and come back out on top, and we could that, you actually think that. You have no clue that you ain't finna take down the angels, nigga. We know, and we're telling you, and you kind of know, but you yet durst fight. It is beautiful. What a story to understand it and to see it, right? This is the talking day. That's it on that. This is what I wanted to get. I'm going to go back to it. Ephesians 5 and 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Let me read up on it. 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. How do you redeem the time? Vlad, you have to have this. What happened last week? Well, Vlad said, if you niggas step foot in the land that I already took, the Donbass. See, and here's another thing. In the Donbass, right? In that region that they've been fighting over going back to 2014, 2013, see? The reason why Vlad had to move in February is because the Azov battalion, which is Ukrainian Nazis, were planning to conduct a genocide and clear all the Russians out of the Donbass. And Vlad found out about it. He said, if I don't move now, they're going to commit this genocide. That's what's going on over there. Do you understand that? Now, what that amounts to in the scriptures is, if Satan be against Satan, how can his kingdom stand? All right? So we're like this, yeah. This shit's going down. So that was the Most High provoking Vlad to flip, which he flipped a long time ago. When you understand that the war as we see it in Eastern Europe right now started at the very least in 2013, started before that. But they've been fighting that war right there, right, for more than 10 years. All right? And before that. So now that we're seeing it, or the fruits of it, this thing is in free fall right now. Free fall meaning they're threatening nukes. They weren't threatening nukes in 2009. I'm not sure that they started shooting yet in 2009. I got to go back and do the research. They started shooting for sure in 2013. And what happened? What happened was Babylon the Great does what they always do. They staged a coup. What is it? What summer? What do they call that? Color revolution, right? Which means, well, we're going to destabilize the government of Iran. We're going to put one side, we're going to fund these people that are going to come up against the government. We're going to make sure they have enough money to be able to, destabilize and then eventually overthrow that government. And after the overthrow has been made, we're going to install the people that we want in their country. That's Babylon 101. That's what they did in the Ukraine in 2013. They staged a coup. First, they destabilized. It takes years to destabilize a government. Then, from there, you stage a coup, which means to overthrow that government and install your fucking puppets in there. That happened. So, when you speak of '09, that's when the destabilization began, or before that. To even run an operation like that, it takes years and years and years of infiltration, and it takes a plan. Okay, so going back to '05, whatever the fuck has been going on down there, right? When you get to 2013, that was the coup and the installation of the puppets. And Vlad is like, oh, what was the first thing Vlad did? He went down there and took Crimea. He said, oh shit, let me position myself for the bullshit. We're ready. Nigga, whatever you do, we got this seaport. We know what NATO and the E, we know what you niggas are doing. So now we're at the point of tactical nukes, micro nukes. See, when you go all the way back and understand that fucking war, what is the war going to be? Well, Vlad is the bad guy, and he done fucking up, and he done. Vlad is like this nigga. You overthrew the fucking, you staged the coup, you overthrew the, it's me? Why are you blaming this shit on me? I'm protecting my motherfucking perimeter. You running up on me, destabilizing. This used to be fucking the USSR. This used to be the Soviet Union, nigga. Now you on my motherfucking doorstep, marching on the Kremlin? You think I don't see that shit? That's what's going on. Now, today, we're like this. Where's the mushroom cloud? The small one. We got a mini, we're like, there's a small cloud yet? That's where we are now. To watch doesn't just mean to know what's going on now. It means to know everything that I just explained. That they destabilized the government, they staged a coup, they installed their fucking... This is what they do. This is what this so-called American empire, what do you think they did in Iraq? Remember Saddam Hussein? Well, who installed Saddam? Saddam used to work with Babylon until he like this, okay, fuck you niggas. And then what? Fuck us? We're going to destabilize, overthrow your motherfucking ass, and put our motherfucking new puppets in because you ain't playing ball no more. It's the same story over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, but your time is up, nigga. You just simply ran out of time, that's it. Your time is over. You know it. You on borrowed time right now, nigga. When did that war start? Let's say 2012, okay? Let's say 20. Does that number ring a bell? Well, the world coming to an end in 2012. Oh, well, you know what? That's when Armageddon started. If you look at it correctly, it just took this long to get to what? Micro nukes, tacticals. And here we are. Working our way to the ICBM. And see, it took that long to get here. But as you get, where we are right now, shit is going to be pop, 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 pop. Like when them buildings fell in 9/11. They said it went bump, 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 bump. The stories You could hear it going faster and faster, and we were just running. All this talking that I'm doing is saying this, nigga, we're this close. Something's supposed to jump off today, right? What happens if an EMP jumped off? What happens when that chaos, nigga? Instantly. Instant. You know what a nigga would do the moment he found it? It's gonna take him an hour. Oh, everything is down? Everything? Oh shit, it's on. Nigga can be scared. Oh shit. Oh shit. Not ready. You remember Sarah Sutton not ready? And look at these clowns right now. Right? You remember 15? Do you remember 15 years ago watching these clowns? Sarah Sutton Seti. Right? And the conscious community. And the elder apostles said a long time ago what would happen. Now you got this young Pharaoh clown. I'm okay. I'm okay. Completely the fuck bugged out of his mind. Completely bugged out. Just like the elder apostles said. Okay. I was abducted by aliens, nigga. You done went, oh, you put the Most High on trial. Now you bugged the fuck out. Here we are. It took a minute to get here. I'm just happy to be here. Right? Waiting for that crackling noise that the brother brought out in his dream. It was like this fizzling, crackling sound. You could see everything going out, going down. Just beautiful. So, yeah, here we are. Okay, really, it's the waiting game, and we're out here, right? Shaking the hand, right? For a few more days, you already know where this thing is going. Hey, EMP takes the internet down. That's a big signal that the famine of the word, famine of the word, the famine of food, all of it is it all gonna hit at the same time? The way it's looking, it is. Right? It's looking bad out here, which is beautiful to us. This is the good news. The times, the days are evil. Eve ill is a compound word. We learned this from the elder apostles. Eve meaning time, ill meaning bad. The days, we're in some bad motherfucking time right now. And if you don't know it now, as it reaches a fever pitch, which it's going to do, it's not going to get better. Okay? Hey, remember when the gas, it got up to $6, almost $7, and that was bad. And these motherfucking devils, they had the ability to do it one more time, to bring it back down and calm the masses. Not this time. Not this time. You know why not this time? Because Vlad controls the energy. The the natural gas, Nord Stream 2, Nord Stream 1. Vlad controls that. Vlad got that oil. Vlad can send his hitmen on the internet and shut your whole. He could. It's called cyber warfare. Vlad, and who's the tightest? Okay, AG might have some boys that are tight, you know, with that cyber attack. But hey, you shut down. What? When you control cyberspace, when you control the internet and you can shut it down, what does that do to your energy centers? Well, this energy plant over here works on computer. Oh, well, the lights went out. Niggas are freezing their nuts off right now. Okay? You're not only stiff from rigor mortis, nigga, you're frozen. Your nuts froze off. Well, what? Doctor, what's the cause of it? Well, he had acute ball freezing. His balls froze off. Started from the nutsack all the way up. It was a horrible death. Better enjoy these last few days of hey, there was a blizzard in the Ukraine yesterday. That means snow and cold, and it's already getting cold over there. And them niggas ain't no strangers to cold. They got it all figured out. You just turn the oil on. You just turn on the natural gas, nigga, we can warm everything. Well, wait a minute. How's that gonna go this winter? Which already started. Apparently, nigga, we're over here burning up. It's supposed to be 95 today. Which is, you know, that's nice. It's not 105. But 80 would be cool. There's a blizzard, a snow. What is a blizzard? It's a snowstorm. Ain't that a blizzard? The days are evil. Bad times. Okay? Back to that dream. Okay? That vision that the brother had. That's our hope. Well, no, nigga, you gonna go through the bad times too. That's what a nigga would say. Well, nigga, you gonna be in it too. Yeah, well, nigga, of course, it's clear that I know something that you don't. Nigga. Number one, that you're a nigga, and that's what niggas do. Right? I'm striving not to be a nigga. Didn't the white man tell you that God hates niggers? Yeah, he's a nigga too. Okay. But God hates niggas though. He's right. The devil was right on that one. God hates niggas. That's why the devil created you to be a nigga. So that he could continue to rule. See how crafty he is? Yep. So any moment I get done with camp, go to YouTube and see, oh shit, they done invaded Crimea, right? They've been threatening. They've been threatening for a minute that they're going to invade Crimea. Nigga, I wish you would. And I'm talking about Azov or Ukraine. You're going to take Crimea back. See, they're over there for, nigga, this is mine. No, nigga, that's mine. Well, here we go. That's the perfect storm. How can his kingdom stand? The days are evil. I'm going to just keep reading it. Nigga, you brought out one scripture. Nigga, that's two. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly. What does that mean? It means to look around. Looking around. Not as fools, but as wise. What's the difference between foolishness and wisdom? My favorite scripture calls out to me right now. Proverbs 1 and 7. Listen for the words. Let's start here again. Not as fools, but wise. I'm going to start at 15. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools, not as fool, despise wisdom, there's wise, and instruction. What is wisdom and knowledge? Isaiah 51. Isaiah 33. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge. Stop. Stop right there. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. What time? These times. Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times. Of thy times. What times? These times. Redeeming the time. Now it's time to heed wise counsel and instruction. What is the instruction? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. What is the instruction? Ephesians 5 and 15. See then, here's the instruction, that ye walk circumspectly. Don't be no goddamn fool. Listen close. Not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. What time? The times that we're in. Knowledge and wisdom will make you stable right now. Follow these instructions. Because the days are evil. What's the instruction? Wherefore, be ye not wise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Here's the instruction. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. This is the knowledge and wisdom and knowledge that is going to make you stable during what? The evil day. Here we are. Nuke time. It's nuke time. What the fuck? Yeah. We have arrived. I can only imagine what it feels like for the elder apostles to witness these days right here, because for me 14 years ago, that's a long time for me. I can only imagine. You know, and I say this all the time, but it just rings so true. All right? It's been a long 14 years to see these things right now. The angels, right? The prophets of old wish that they could be right here, and we are. It's a beautiful thing, man. And that, again, that dream, right? We're in the time of dreaming dreams. Your sons and daughters shall dream dreams. We're in that time right now. The Most High is pouring out His Spirit. And that was a beautiful dream. That was completely edifying. And it was funny. It was funny because a couple of times in there, Ishkar, he said, the essays came up, and they was trying to get in the house, and I had to get the sword. I had to get the sword. And then he goes, and we went and I had to get the strap. I had to get the strap out. Look at Jake, right? And it's hilarious. He said he had to lay a couple of motherfuckers down. And it was vivid. It was very, you know, hey, we gotta get these bodies up out of here. He broke shit down. He broke down. One of the biggest things that I heard him say was, he came to the understanding that Esau wanted us out here killing each other. That was huge. That's what they want. All right, that came out. You know, of course, all the good things come out, like, you know, we were being protected and looked after. We were eating all of those good things. But when little things like this come out of that dream, right? That the EMP, right? They had little missions going in. These devils, they had little humanitarian missions or whatever. Little what do you call that? When they send the troops in just for a little sweep or whatever. Then they pull back because they wanted the people to, you know, to do away with it. That's huge, right? So basically what that is, that's instruction. That's the Most High saying, hey, here's what you got to realize, okay? Now, of course, you're going to pray that, you know, you're being protected in whatever situation. But he said another thing. He said, well, we were there. Then he came, and I was like, did you bring anything? He said, no, now it's time to go because they're finna make that move. So Redeeming the time because the days are evil. You got to walk circumspectly. You got to heed instruction, right? Because I think it's going to be fluid, man. It's going to be fluid. So we're getting close. And I see a guy, which is what I'm gonna call him, a guy who calls himself a prophet or a teacher. He comes out here, and then I see his ass at the club, which I happen to work at different clubs and restaurants and stuff. So I went to drop something off at one of the places that I work on my day off. I'm like, let me do that and get the fuck up out of here because I don't hang out. And then I hear something behind me. Hey, yeah. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing at the damn club? What's happening? Old school. He from the old school. I remember we used to argue out there. He's still mad at me. That Moabite could be a jack though. He was mad at me 13 years ago. Sometimes you see the old timers out here. I'm surprised old Gilbert ain't pulled up on his screaming demon motorcycle. Chopper. But yeah. We're almost at the home stretch. And back to that video. Slucking. The video was called. Made the video yesterday. It's called EMOOWETTEE, the number 2, the BEE, MOT to the B. Part of measuring the time diligently, right, is to, first of all, understand the prophecies. And how do you understand Revelation 3 and 10 if you think that the MOT to the B is Christianity or sleeping with white men? How do you tell the time based on that? Revelation 3 and 10. Okay, and it's dealing with time. Time is in the prophecy. Listen. Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour, there's the time, the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So, if the MOT to the B ain't the C hip, nigga, what is the hour of temptation? If the MOT to the B is Christianity or an embargo or sleeping with white women, what is the hour of temptation that's going to come upon all the world? So everybody's going to sleep with white women in that hour. Everybody's going to be under an embargo during the hour of temptation. Or just explain what the hour of temptation is. Now, here's what the hour of temptation is. Because you can't explain it. Or you're going to give some Faustian bullshit answer. The hour of temptation is when the video that I made yesterday, okay, that is the run up to the hour. When they start bombarding you and saturating you with videos like that. And then the hour starts when they force, okay, now nigga, you gotta take it. It's mandatory. That's when the hour starts. When it becomes mandatory. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right? So what? Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. We're that close. We're that close to the hour. The hour is upon us. Watch the video, right? This nigga is at the end of his witchcraft. His witchcraft ain't even, we see right through it. Oh, John 3:16, that's over. John 3:16, witching hour, nigga, is over. Shit, John 3:16 itself has 3 6s in it. 3:16. So, you know, as far as being able to see, read between the lines and how these witches operate. Revelation 3 and 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take. We're this close, nigga. Hang on. What else quickly? What else is quickly? Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Everything at the end is coming quickly. All right? In the same hour, Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld it. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. So, hey, the hours are getting shorter and shorter. The days are getting shorter. The hours are getting, the minutes are getting shorter. The seconds are popping off. We're this close. All right. So with that, it's Ecclesiastes. Here's the instruction. Take heed. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the old matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment. Hey, we're at the time of judgment. With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. You better get it all off your chest right now. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. All right, so with that, I want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim HaKakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, the elder bishops of GMS, and the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Shabbat Shalom.